As we start to think about how we might bring our CoSpaces scene to life, we might wonder how our characters are going to move around. We'll be able to do this with code, which we'll explore in a future video. But if you've explored coding before, you know that it can be kind of challenging to create smooth, dynamic movement using commands like move forward, turn left, move forward, turn right, and so on. If you have a very specific way you'd like a character in your scene to move, you might want to use paths. Paths are a special asset in the CoSpaces library that we can use to direct our characters in a predetermined way. As you can see, CoSpaces provides us with a round, a square, and a straight pathway to work with, but these can be customized even further. Thinking about my storyboard for this example scene that I'm creating, my character is eventually going to get up from her seated position on the bench, which will startle the fox, causing it to run away behind this patch of trees on the left. Although I could try to do that with basic movement codes, I feel like it might be a little bit tricky. So I'm going to create a path for my fox to eventually move on, and I'm going to start with a straight path. As with any other asset, you can left click and drag the path of your choice into your scene. Zooming our view a little bit here, we can see that there is a beginning point, an end point, and a series of arrows to show you which direction assets are going to move on the pathway. Since I want my fox to be running from its spot here behind the trees, I'm going to use the rotation toggle button here and spin my pathway around until it's facing about the direction that I'd like it to go. And I'm also just going to click and drag the path so it starts near the fox. I can also resize my path using these beginning and end points here. So since I know that I want my fox to eventually run behind these trees, I'm going to grab this endpoint and just drag it back there, approximately there. And since I probably don't want my fox to run straight through the trees, because that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, I'm going to need to change my pathway so that it curves around. We can do this by adding additional handles to the path, which we can do by right-clicking on it and clicking Edit Path, and then by hovering our mouse over top of the path, where we can see these other potential handles pop up. You can just click to add as many as you'd like. And since I know I need my path to curve a little bit, I'm going to add, we'll say 4. And then you can click on these and resize them and drag them so that your path takes on the shape that you would like it to go. And you can add as many or as few of these handles as you feel like you might need. And when you get to the coding stage, if it doesn't look quite right, you can change the handles again. Everything in CoSpaces can be changed at any point. Now we have our path. In the future, we'll need to code the fox to move along it. But until then, how might you use these other pathways? Try it out and see.